Everybody, my name is Justina and I'm the founder of Women in Blockchain Canada, and I'm here with Rosario. She is from Horizen and she's going to take us with what is the latest with them. So how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. It's always great to see you, Justina, at these events. And so Horizen, we're a network of ZK blockchains, and we are currently launching EON, which is our EVM sidechain that is connected within our network. So we have cross-chain compatibility, and we have ZK expertise, and that's our bread and butter. So really happy to be here, and we're currently on testnet, and our launch window for mainnet is in June.
I love it. And so why is it so important to have an EVM compatible chain, you think?
You know, Ethereum is one of the winners at this time for compatibility, so we are wanting to be integrated into the Web3 space. And this is one area into getting integrated, an easy way for other protocols to come to our blockchain and have that momentum going forward.
I love it. And so, and I think that also leaves doors open to, I guess, other compatibility for you as well.
Exactly. So our CEO often says that blockchains are going to be commoditized, that you're not going to care about what ISP you're taking your Zoom call on, right? So same goes with blockchain. And we truly believe in a compatible ecosystem, and having the Ethereum compatible chain is a step forward for us at Horizen.
I love it. And so in addition to that, I want to go into why do you think zero knowledge proofs are so important in the space? Why is privacy a thing?
Yeah, so with us, we see the zero knowledge components in two areas. One is for scaling, and our cross-chain transfer protocol uses that. So we have horizontal scaling within our chain, so you could do horizontal and vertical scaling with roll-ups. The other element is on the privacy area, and we think that blockchains haven't been adopted by enterprises because of that component. So ZK and other types of cryptography will help with that. We have our stance of selective confidentiality, meaning, okay, we can release certain type of information public while others is private, and having a proof that validates and verifies that the information that is not published. So
yeah, I see that, and I just want to say that I think people don't even understand how valuable it is, and I think as we move forward in the space, it's going to become more and more important for, I think, things even like compliance, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's some of the use cases that we're looking at is exactly that. KYC, AML, and banks trying to. Banks is one of the. A lot of the use cases for this privacy is because they have to go through these compliance mechanisms over and over again. So why not have a chain that pulls it off, and then you have the key to release whether it's verifiable or not.
Yeah, I think it's going to be used more and more, like you said, by industry. People just have to be in the know about it. You know what I mean?
Right. But it's a very hard space to be in. So with Horizen, we launched back in 2017, and we spent years in R&D gaining this knowledge on zero knowledge. So we have an entire team that focuses on different areas of zero knowledge, from the hardware side, from the software side, and the circuits, cryptographic circuits. So it's a hard space, but we think it's what's going to take the blockchain industry adoption to that next level.
Yeah, I think so, especially with industry wanting to get its feet wet only if they can do certain things with the data that's on chain.
Right. And not all data needs to live on chain, so we could also have semi-centralized and blockchain solutions where you have a server that is a centralized server, but you send a cryptographic circuit to the blockchain and having that as the verification that it's happening. So there's a lot of different components going to it. One of our product managers said something really insightful, which was, instead of trying to push the world to Web3, let's think about what the blockchain industry as another tech stack. So you're just integrating another tech stack into the holistic solution. rather than just like trying to push it to be its own category. It's just a tech stack that needs to be integrated, and we hope to be at the forefront of enterprise adoption with Horizen.
And also, I want to know a bit more about the research arm that you guys have.
Yeah, so we have a great team of researchers and engineers that focus on the cryptographic side. We've had some papers that were published on the Poseidon too, so I can't speak a lot about it, but it's computationally improving the speed and the cryptographic components that come into it. So we recently presented at ZK Summit. One of our cryptographers presented there, and maybe in the link of we could put the link of the paper that was published for Poseidon 2.
And what was the paper specifically regarding?
So it was an improvement. It was an improvement in the speed of the implementation, because zero knowledge is it's very computationally intensive. So another reason why it's very hard to adopt is because you have to make it very efficient. It uses a lot of the hardware in the systems, and so it's very computationally intensive, is what
So
we
you
call it.
mathematically optimize it? Is
Exactly.
that what happened?
Yeah,
Okay.
mathematically optimize it. Way above my head, so it's...
Interesting. Well, thank you for your time. It's so good to see you again as well. I have one last question for you, and it is regarding, can blockchain lead to financial literacy?
Can blockchain lead to financial literacy? I hope so. I hope that, we have already seen a little bit of that with DeFi, and having opening up markets to people around the world that don't have that accessibility to markets with DeFi, and I do think that it will improve going forward, and having ways of making additional income or full income, having power of your own funds, and that's always very important.
And regarding your own journey within the space, did you find that getting into the space has helped you with your own journey regarding financial literacy?
It has. So typically, I come from a very traditional background. So years ago, I would have never thought that I would be an entrepreneur, that I would be into space. And if you would have talked to me 10 years ago, I would not believe that I am here talking to you about blockchain and living in this crazy environment. So I used to think of more in the traditional sense, like, okay, you save X% of your money and you put it in the bank, you put in your 401k, and just, things happen. And with blockchain, it's just opened and then the DeFi and the industry's just opened the possibilities of what can be. So it's like disrupting the paradigm of what used to be just meant for traditional people. But I think that's going to improve along the way, where it's these applications that are developed will become easier to use and understand.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you, Justina.
Wonderful.
Great to see you.
Thanks. Bye, guys.